I gotta go close the door. Crap.
Let's close the door.
Alrighty. I think I might be live now. Call to Amber Lamps, yes. Okay, am I live now? I think I might be live now. That's bizarre. It's not letting me type in the chat. I can't type in the chat, but I think I can see it at least, so... As long as that works, it should be good. Alright, so I'm gonna start out doing, like, every single level. I was really surprised to, like, start up the stream and see, like, the chat already going. That really threw me off. I didn't realize that that was a thing. But it's awesome to see all of you already here. That's super sick. How's everyone's Rumble weekend going so far? Have you started yet? Good. I'm alive. I am both live and alive. Feels good. Starting out in Silent Forest. How's it going, Mega Fire Sword? I'm really excited to play Rumble. I've, like, not played this in a pretty long time, so... I don't know, like, I feel like the spacing between Rumble weekends lets me, like, get super excited about playing this game every single time it starts up, which ends up working out. Because I play it for, like, stupid long amounts of time that make me tired of the game whenever I play it every Rumble weekend. Nice. Do I ever stream on Twitch? Like, once in a blue moon, and there was, like, a blue moon a couple days ago. I actually did stream a few days ago. Very rarely. I streamed, like, a little bit of the gauntlet that I'm working on right now. I don't have, like, any sort of schedule whenever I stream. I just kind of do it whenever I really feel like it, which is a kind of rare feeling in the first place, unless I'm doing this Rumble weekend stuff. Oh, yeah, I've seen what you've gotten so far, Kial. You've been having pretty good luck today. I hope that luck streak continues throughout the weekend. Hope you get something really sick. And not another Tangela, because I think you already have 2 of those, right? Socrates, if you should look into Dolphin to play it on the computer. If you have, like, absolutely no way of accessing it, it works pretty well on there. Oh gosh, I'm dead. This place, like, this place has so many Pokemon that can, like, slow you down. It, like, becomes really easy to just have, like, your entire, like, run ruined here. Dude, I would love a shiny boss. Like, that's always in the back of my mind whenever I play Rumble, every Rumble weekend. Like, is this the one that I'm gonna finally get a shiny boss? That's, like, my dream thing to have in Rumble. Let's hope that happens. It'd be crazy if our first one would be that. A boss-exclusive Pokemon would be even more crazy. Oh, Dallas! Dallas, we have to, like, figure out if Garchomp and Lucario are obtainable within the EX levels. And not like, just boss-exclusive. Because I think we had a little debate about that once on Twitter. So I'll be on the lookout for those. Thank you. I didn't know when I would be able to upload that Celebi. Like, I was thinking I'd upload it after Rumble weekend. But I figured I'd just edit it and upload it immediately and whenever I could, because I wouldn't, like, want to edit it at all this weekend. So, just knocked it out right beforehand. Yeah, definitely go dust off your Wii. I can't wait to see what everyone gets either. Like, last time, people got crazy stuff. Like, someone got a Zapdos. Saw lots of 2-in-1 runs. You might be seeing me stream a little bit more in the future. I'm gonna be, like, moving next week, actually, to a new place. And I might stream from there every now and then, or a little more often. I appreciate your resolve, Dallas. Like, what if we, like, somehow discover one, and... yeah, there's always the chance. Thank you, Sketch Freak. And hello, Pizza Sol. It's almost like Absol, but with pizza beforehand. I'm sure that wasn't the original intention of your username, but that's how I'm reading it right now. And hello, Caption Discord. Is that, okay, is that misspelling of Captain, like, a reference to, like, Ally being, Caption America at the Smash Brothers Civil War event? I'm just completely throwing that out there, like, it's probably not. But if it was, that would be amazing. Oh, gosh. It's so hard to see anything when all those chatters are going around. Windy Prairie, by far worst level in the game. I hope your luck turns around this time then, Pizza Sol. Yeah, Rumble's crazy. Like, it can either, like, get you shiny in a couple, like, hours, a couple minutes, or, like, it can drought you for an entire day. I've had both happen to me. Thank you, Rialts. And sup, Zach, thank you for the wish. Lots of Persians here. You gotta be really careful around Persians. Not just because they're like Persians or anything, but because like their shiny form is like really easy to miss. Oh, it was not a reference, dang. I just wanted to throw out that question and see. Hey, Zach Mahoney. Drillbur is a nice shiny. Best of luck with that. Very cool color scheme. I'm hyped too. I don't know why, but I have a good feeling about this Rumble weekend. I'm like already cracking up some crazy plans for like next Rumble weekend, since it'll be the 10th one. And I'm thinking about eventually abandoning like the numbering system for Rumble weekend because it's getting very confusing with the numbers. Thinking about like more of like a date system, like Rumble weekend, February 2018, instead of like continuing this number system. Good luck finishing the Rumble decks. That is something that I haven't even done yet. Like, there's some very easy common Pokemon that I don't actually have yet in this game, like Shellos. I just never finished a run after recruiting a Shellos. I'm sure that probably won't happen until like, I get a shiny one or something. Oh yeah, you have to like watch the mouth on Haunter. The rest of its body is like 100% identical in terms of color and stuff. I remember being really surprised when I found one back in the day. Oh, nice. Yeah, Hitmonchain's great. Hello, Brendan. You rumbling right now? Oh, yeah, that is essential. It's going to happen, like, 100%. And, like, they're the people who do it to troll every time, but then there are also the people who have never, like, watched Rumble before, so they see, like, a sparkling Pokemon and think it's a shiny that I missed. So, either way, like, I'm almost guaranteed to have someone tell me, hey, you missed a shiny back there. Oh yeah, I'm Brendan. Congrats on the Raikou. That's crazy. I'll have to watch that video later. The Circle of Doom. There we go. We escaped the circle without getting hit. Oh yeah, Regigigas. That's a shiny that I have not yet hunted, but I've been meaning to get around to doing for a while. I'd probably hunt it in 4th gen, but I'm not 100% sure yet. Okay, I just wanted to also point out that the requirements for getting Regigigas and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire might be like the stupidest legendary like requirements ever in existence. Like, give a Regice that you have given a nickname some like ice, and like I don't know, that's just so weird to think about. Like, that doesn't sound legendary at all. That just sounds completely made up. Hello, Mike. How are you? I'm gonna have to catch up on chat in just a second as I cycle through these levels. Good luck, Mr. Caterpie. Hope you get some cool stuff. I'll be watching like the Rumble weekend hashtag and stuff like all weekend long. That's a very painful pun, Volcarona. It pains me to see that. Wow, getting a shiny one of the Lake Trio in this game would be insane. Oh yeah, that is weird. I didn't even realize that. Regigigas is version exclusive. Yeah. I haven't, like, even, like, figured out which ones are, like, version exclusive yet in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I'm legitimately, like, in the dark on a lot of that stuff right now. Just because I haven't looked into it. Because I've been busy with another really crazy gauntlet in Ultra Sun right now. Those games have a lot of firsts. Yeah, I'd say Pokemon Crystal is definitely worth getting. It has, like, I don't know, it's just overall a better game if you like shiny hunting than Gold and Silver, because of the way the routes are distributed and, like, because of the things that you can hunt in those games. And it's like the ultimate version of Gold and Silver. Like, I always recommend the third versions of games, if possible. I enjoyed playing through it again. Oh yeah, I've left the stage without realizing before a few times. Like I did that with Combi. Well, actually, that was like even more of a weird accident. But in the past, I've done it before for sure. Let's go to Bright Beach. What shiny am I hoping for most? I really want a boss shiny, or like one of the Lake Trio. Sparkling Mantike. Yeah, unknown username, exactly. Like, there's so many shinies in this game that still haven't really been found yet, or at least, like, documented on YouTube in a place that you can find. And I think that's super cool. Like, I want to see them happen someday. But the only way they'll ever happen is if people keep playing this. Where can you find Aerodactyl in Rumble? Okay, so the easiest place to farm it is off of a boss Dragonite. It pretty much infinitely spawns there at Windy Prairie. As long as you don't defeat the Dragonite, just keep defeating the Aerodactyl until you get a speedy one. And then take that Aerodactyl to the move tutor, and it can learn either Rock Polish or Agility. They both do the exact same thing. And if you have a speedy Aerodactyl with Rock Polish or Agility, you can go super fast. It's very nice. Like, I'd never go back anymore to the non-speedy ways. Oh yeah, Pokemon make weird noises in the games whenever you talk to them, like zut zut on Regigigas, like you mentioned there, Volcarona. I really think it's weird what the Ultra Beasts say, for sure, though. Like, it's like they say a completely different Pokemon name that's, like, not their names in any other language. And, I don't know, it makes me think about a lot of weird things. Like, what if, like, there are alternate versions of the Ultra Beast that might be introduced in another generation? Like, something about their dimensional journey changes them or something. I don't know, that's just total spitballing. But I think it's just so weird and how, like, coherent the name Phenomenon sounds with, like, Nihiligo. Like, it makes so much sense as an alternate name for the Pokemon that it's got to hold some sort of significance. What are the shiny odds in Rumble? Probably 1 in 8192. We're really not sure. Like, there isn't much data mining on this game, but we have no reason to not believe that they're 8192. And with, like, the rate at which they appear, it would make sense. You see so many at once, though, that, like, the odds really aren't that significant. Oh, yeah, that shiny Lucario was insane. Like, I was freaking out when I saw that on Twitter. It's wild. Oh, yeah, let's hope the power doesn't go out. I'm really behind on the chat right now. But, yeah, like, power hasn't gone out in, like, a couple months here, so things are looking pretty good for the power not going out. And what the new gauntlet is, thank you, by the way. It's, I'm training Pokemon to level 100 off of only shiny Pokemon. And I'm doing it using the Pokemon found in the wormholes. And I'm about, like, level 65 right now or something like that. And, of course, I'm catching them all because, like, you can get experience from catching shiny Pokemon, so it would get probably a lot less backlash if I just caught them all, so I decided to do that. I don't know what I'm going to do with all of them yet, but hey. Oh yeah, shiny Gyarados would also be really great in this game. That's like one of the dream shinies. I have a lot of dream shinies. Pretty much anything rare. Oh yeah, you have all the names. That's awesome, Volcarona. Thanks for saying that. Yeah, I retweeted a few weeks ago. Someone got shiny, I think it was Colin Bro, got shiny Boss Lucario in this game. Freaking cool. I'm totally dying right now because I was paying attention to the chat. The way that I'm going about this gauntlet, though, it shouldn't be too difficult. Like, it's been going at a pretty nice pace, and, like, the Pokemon that I'm using is a Milotic, which is in, like, the fastest experience group. So, it won't take, like, too extravagantly long. Like, I expect to finish sometime within the next month if I get some time to play it. Kricketune cry is great. I love it. Oh yeah, I remember seeing that Gyarados as the first shiny. Yeah, Windy Prairie is by far my least favorite. I'd say that, like, this whole right side with, like, Fiery Furnace, Windy Prairie, and Eternal Tower, they're most likely to be, like, everyone's least favorite stages in some form. There's just a lot that can go wrong here. And, like, it's really hard to tell which Pokemon are shiny and not sometimes. Scyther, that's sick. I've, like, had my heart start racing before seeing a sparkling Scyther and having it turn out to be nothing. I'd be really excited to find one. Am I ever going to go for Poipole? I will at some point. It's not currently, like, on my list of, like, near future hunts, but it's definitely something I'll hunt. It seems easy enough to get, and I enjoy, like, 7th gen soft reset hunts since the resets go so fast. Like, I really feel like 7th gen soft resets are faster than random encounters, and that's, like, one of the first times that's ever happened. I'd love to see a shiny Cresselia, too. Best of luck, Linda. I hope that hunt ends for you soon. I know that feeling of, like, getting so far in a hunt that you just really want it to end and you want to go on with another one. Like, you already have an idea of something else that you want to hunt. That's, like, I'd say, like, the final stage of a shiny hunt. You start out and it, like, takes a few hundred or, like, maybe 1,000 to really get into it and, like, stick with it. And then after that, you're, like, really in the zone thinking, man, I'm nearing odds right now. I want to just keep doing this hunt. And then once you go over, sometimes it reaches the point where you're like, this is ridiculous. When will this ever end? And then, yeah, that, like, last stage is just really wanting to hunt something else and hoping that you find the shiny just so you can move on and do something else because you've already made it in so far. Later, Kial. Oh, you were just saying that because Steve joined. Hello, Steve. How are you? Understandable. Have a nice day, Kial. Oh yeah, Yanma, that's like, that runs away really fast in like the Great Marsh. It's a heartbreaking one to lose too. It's a great shiny. I really appreciate the number of people I have here right now. I really wasn't expecting this. I was just like, man, I'll be happy if like 5 people are watching this right now. Thank you for sticking around. Nothing so far yet. But I've only done like 12 runs. This is my 14th run now. I guess I'd only done 13 runs. I shouldn't have said 12. And still optimistic right now. Yeah, I'd say that my goal is 10 every single Rumble weekend. That's a good number to aim for. It's always nice to aim higher, but like 10 is a pretty realistic expectation for the time given. What's my favorite shiny? I think my favorite shiny is actually Absol, to the point where I want to hunt it in every single generation. Like, I don't know, it's a weird, I have a kind of weird story about shinies, like how I started with it. I found Cerebi.net for like the first time back in like the early 2000s, and I started looking through shinies because they had all the shiny Pokemon in their Pokédex. And I thought it was so cool to look at all of them, and when I saw that Absol was red, I was like, that is the sickest thing I've ever seen. So I started trying to like actually hatch for one in my Ruby version. I hatched like 4 boxes of it and gave up. But like, yeah, that Absol is actually the reason why I wanted to start shiny hunting in the first place. Definitely my favorite shiny. Pretty obvious answer, but yeah. Sorry, Hisaki. I'll try and read more as I go on. It's kind of overwhelming to like read this at the same time while also playing Rumble, because I have to like make sure I'm not missing any shinies. It's not the most intense game to play while streaming though. Oh yeah, I need to hunt Absol in Pokemon Go. That's on my to-do list. But like, there are never any Absol raids here. I'm like in a Discord for like Pokemon Go in my area, and like I've only ever been like I have a friend in there who will at me whenever one shows up. I've only like done 1 raid so far. I've only been available for 1. I'm hoping that I'll eventually get it though, because I need that. Okay, I'm doing this off of my gamepad and it keeps slipping and falling. There we go. Got it set back up. Oh, nice. Shiny Turtwig's cool. I want to do a 4th gen starter hunt one day. I want to do a lot of hunts one day. I'll never run out of shiny hunts I want to do. And that's pretty cool. Nice, that's worth it. What was the first shiny I ever found? First shiny I ever found in the wild was like on gold version. I ran into a shiny Butterfree in the bug catching contest. And I actually thought it was the special event Pink Butterfree from the anime since it was pink. So I was like, oh cool, they have the Pink Butterfree in this game. And I didn't have like, I just thought it wasn't anything special, so I like just turned off the game and I was like, I'll come back there and get it again later. And whenever I went back, I realized that I couldn't find the Pink Butterfree again. And then a couple years later I learned what shinies were, and I realized how dumb my mistake was. But then after that, like, I also failed like 2 or 3 more shinies in like 2nd gen just casually playing through it as a kid. a Tangela, and a Flaffy that I plan on reclaiming someday. First shiny I ever caught was a Lickitung in Crystal. I'm so glad I actually caught that one. I still have that save file too. Might try and use Homebrew to bring it over to my 3DS someday. That's all good. I don't feel like pressured reading the comments and stuff. I greatly enjoy it. I don't foresee too many ways I can ruin a run. My first shiny and go was the Pikachu from the community day they had a couple weeks ago. Oh, there's a shiny Staraptor. Yeah. Our first shiny for Rumble Weekend 9. That's a good one to start with. That's a duplicate. I think I actually already have 2 of those. But that's still a really sick shiny to start with. Yeah, exactly, Kjell. Like, I was so disappointed when I realized that what I was hunting for wasn't necessarily, like, something that I could come back for. A way to waste a Hyper Beam. I'm so bad right now. Okay, yeah, that Staraptor was not good for this battle. Let's just Aqua Tail spam. There we go. And now let's check this thing out. Regular Execute, regular Bibarel, shiny Staraptor. First of Rumble Weekend. Now I'm gonna change this text real quick to Juan. Why is it upside down? I'm sure that was something that I did in my scaling. I'll just leave it upside down. I think that's kind of funny. Yeah. Oh yeah, let's hit up Fiery Furnace now. Hello, Sean. Thank you for all the congrats, everyone. Let's see if we can get some more. I always like have it in my quota at least get 1 shiny in the kickoff stream. So now that I found one, I don't really have the pressure to keep going for one anymore. But I'm going to keep going for probably at least in like another hour and a half or so. Hopefully get 1 or 2 more. Let's see, I'm just reading right now. What's the favorite shiny I ever got? Oh yeah, that was the ultra rare black text on the Staraptor. Oh my gosh, the green text like for the Lake Spirit on like Alvaro's thing killed me. Like we were all just like, oh my gosh, the Lake Spirits get green text. That's a long story though. What was I answering? Oh, what's my favorite shiny I've ever gotten? That's a tough one. That's a really tough one. I think it might actually, either for sentimental value, be like my first like really hunted soft reset shiny, my Virizion, or my shiny Moltres that I single hunted like 23,000 soft resets for. That was like probably my longest hunt in terms of like the amount of time it actually took me to hunt it. So ending that was incredible, and finding it, just really appreciate that Moltres. Yeah, they do get green text, exactly. I just haven't gotten the video proof to prove that the Lake Spirits do get green text. See you, Socrates. Good luck on the Drillbur. Will I be streaming Rumble again? I might stream on Twitch at some point during the weekend. I've never decided, like, what I'm gonna do. I don't think I've ever done a second stream during Rumble weekend, but this might be the first time I try it. Oh yeah, go for those reclaims. Reclaims feel so great to get. I've got quite a few reclaims myself because I'm bad and I've failed a lot of shinies due to unpreparedness. I've never gotten 2-in-1 run before, Steve. That is something that I'm hoping to like cross off my Rumble list sometime soon. Maybe this weekend if I'm lucky. What was my first Rumble shiny? It was a Caterpie, and I found it super casually on like my first ever playthrough of Rumble. It was like in normal rank C too, so like did not take me long at all to find my first shiny in this game. It was within like an hour of downloading it back in like 2014. And I was freaking out, and I think I sent a snap to like so many people of that shiny Caterpie, and I was like, look at this! I got a shiny in Rumble! And that's what like started it all for me. Getting really excited about this game. Just a stupid Caterpie. Well, Caterpie's not stupid. Shiny, but like Caterpie and Butterfree, they're extremely significant to me for some reason. Just a lot of stories revolve around them with me. Good luck, Hesaki. If that's how you pronounce it. Hope you find it soon. Oh, I'm still waiting for that too. I always want to see more boss shinies. To like vicariously live through the excitement of finding one. I can only imagine what it feels like to find one. Chansey would be cool to get in this game. Bunch of Pikachus. This definitely feels like the most vast level. Like, the Pokemon here are really spread out, and I think that's a really nice thing because, like, you get to just very neatly and cleanly see them all as you walk by. How do I do 1,000 soft resets a day? Just time management, pretty much. I'm almost always, like, double hunting, and I usually, like, count all of my, systems that I'm hunting on off the same counter at once, because it's easier that way. And like pretty much any time that I can be hunting during the day, I find the way to hunt whenever I can. I kind of get like just super in the zone sometimes when I really want to find something. Other times I take it at a more relaxed pace, maybe doing like a couple hundred a day. I remember whenever I first started hunting Virizion, I'd do like maybe 75 soft resets in the morning before class as I ate breakfast, and that was all I did. It was a long and gradual hunt, but it was just nice to kind of wind down and hunt for a little bit. Oh yeah, that time I ran out of Pokeballs on a shiny Caterpie. That was so dumb of me. Okay, that was before I realized there was a code where you could like change the time. So that was a freshly transferred save file off of my Mega Memory to my actual cartridge. And I thought it was super nice because the clock wasn't set and I could just start up the game, set it to morning, and go to that route and hunt every single time I turned on the game. So I didn't do a lot of extra preparation before doing that hunt. So I could like set the timer every single time. And if I had known about like that code that lets you change the clock, I would have been able to like buy Ultra Balls and save beforehand. Because I had the money to like buy more Great Balls and Ultra Balls. I just didn't do it. Thank you. I was excited to find Celebi last night. I really wasn't expecting to find it so soon. I hope more people can join the Shiny Celebi Club. I've seen more people hunting the Celebi than ever before, like especially non-shiny hunters. Like people who I've never seen shiny hunt before are going for it right now, and I think that's super cool. It's a pretty intense first hunt too, in my opinion. Like the resets are not very short. So it's a good first hunt for a lot of people. I think like even Cerebi Joe is streaming himself shiny hunting it right now, and that's super cool. I'm hoping that it's kind of like a gateway for a lot more people to get into hunting. Good luck, Rialts. Okay, why is the one upside down? I think I scaled it wrong in OBS. And I don't feel like fixing it right now because I think it's really funny upside down, so I'm just keeping it that way. I'm probably going to adjust it after the stream to be right side up for the rest of the video. But for now, it's upside down. So shinies found. L. I found L shinies. Or Roman numeral L, 50. I found 50 shinies. What's the cringiest thing I did in any Pokemon game? Within the game, I once wasted my first Master Ball on a Krabby and then immediately saved. Because I didn't think it was anything special. I thought it was something I could buy in the shops afterward. And, but outside the game, just watch through some of my older uploads from like 2010, 2011, and you'll get your answer. I did some really weird things. Like, probably the worst thing ever was, like, once I did this thing, like, looking for the golden leaves in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. And I went out of the way to, like, paint some actual leaves, like, gold with sparkles on them. And I, like, hid them throughout the neighborhood and, like, made a little adventure video out of it. And I had a Pidgeot figurine with me. And I would throw it into the leaves, kind of as a joke every single time. And one time, I threw it into someone's leaf pile in the front yard, and I couldn't find the Pidgeot after I filmed the scene. So I was walking around wearing like a freaking cape for 20 minutes in this person's front yard, digging through their leaves for a Pidgeot figurine. And then like an entire school bus full of kids went by in front of me while I was filming that video. And that is by far like the cringiest thing to ever happen to me in Pokemon, like hands down. If you look up on my channel, Quest for the Golden Leaves, you'll see that video. But I don't think I told the story in that video. I appreciate the upside down text effort. I'm wondering what percentage of people wasted their first Master Ball on something, not realizing the significance of it. I'm pretty sure it's actually a pretty good amount. I was like 6. What would you expect? I just kind of tossed it. I was like, man, I'd like to catch a Krabby. I think I fished it up behind the daycare in near Goldenrod. This is the most stress-inducing level. All the electric sparks. I think that's the move Discharge that does that. Don't kill me. Okay. What's up, Flash Banana? Yeah. The early Pokemon cries are pretty crazy. A bunch of weird square waves and stuff, and static noises. I don't think Master Balling a Palkia counts as a waste. I did that too. Like, it's weird that they reduced the catch rate on this Pokemon, and I don't necessarily consider it a noobish move to, like, do that. Because, like, everyone expects the cover legendaries to be, like, or at least up to, like, Diamond and Pearl, expected the cover legendaries to be difficult to catch. And, doing that in your first run of Diamond and Pearl isn't necessarily a noobish thing to do. It's a smart-sounding thing to do that ends up looking, in retrospect, kind of noobish. But without prior knowledge of, like, the catch rate, no, that's a smart thing to do. Oh my gosh, go away, Drapion. Is the Circle of Death gonna kill me? Let's see. Circle of Death killed me. Rest in peace. The elusive Mr. Mime. Yeah, Gyarados and Torterra sounds like a really good combination for Platinum. I enjoy watching those Shadow Balls just bounce off of me since I'm using Protect. I haven't used the Master Ball on a non-legendary in a long time. It's going to take a pretty special shiny for me to do that. Maybe something that's really easy to fail without, like, other good precautions on how to fail it. I always keep one on backup now, though. What's up, Zakaria? Maybe Shiny Absol and a Master Ball. That would be neat to have. Maybe in 3rd gen, too. That's going to be by far the hardest Absol hunt if I choose to do that all the generations thing. Congrats on the Shiny Chikorita. Like, first soft reset of the day is crazy. Like, it's one of the craziest feelings to, like, sit down expecting that you're going to shiny hunt for a while and then getting it immediately as soon as you start. That's super exciting. What are my thoughts on Pokemon Blogger 2? Like, that, watching that guy's channel was, like, what caused me to start making Pokemon videos. So he's pretty awesome. One of my favorite Pokemon YouTubers to this day. Because what he does is, like, just so uniquely, like, what he does. Like, Zell's awesome. Yeah, Celebi's a good thing to use it on. It's not too difficult of a capture without a Master Ball, but yeah, it's a good thing to use it on. It's nice that you can kill Doug Trio while they're underground. Thank you, Crystal. Was super happy to get it before this Rumble weekend. Because otherwise I was thinking about even, like, trying to figure out if I would balance, like, Rumble hunting and Celebi hunting for the whole weekend. But that's not an issue at all anymore. Oh, freaking Woj. Yes. Shiny Rhyhorn in the boss room. Cool, steady. That is our second shiny for Rumble weekend. I thought that was a weird lighting thing in the boss room for a second. Like, oh, that Rhyhorn's a little bit darker. Wow. Got it. Yeah, we've gotten to in under an hour now. That's nice. That's a fantastic start. Knock on wood and hope that this luck streak continues. And we got a nice little comparison here. Normal Rhyhorn and Shiny Rhyhorn. But not in that order. Shiny Rhyhorn and normal Rhyhorn. You know what I'm talking about. And now we get to look at a nice upside down too. Expect a very non-casual reaction if I find like one of the really rare Pokemon or a boss. I think that's like my 4th shiny Rhyhorn in this game. I should go back and check that. No, more. Yeah, Jesus' mascot. I still have yet to catch one in the main series games. I've failed 2 of them in the Safari Zone so far. One of my Safari Week targets this year is definitely like getting vengeance and catching Rhyhorn once and for all. I had to look at that sparkling Hippowdon for a second. Oh yeah, soft resetting in Ultra is really quick. I love soft resetting in 7th gen. I'll be going for Veltal eventually. Maybe Groudon and Kyogre since like you can't hunt them in 6th gen. When is Safari Week? That'll be in June. I'm still trying to work out which week it's gonna be. Unfortunately, I can't like plan this far ahead of time at the moment because I'm like moving next week and stuff, and starting a new job and stuff. So like I have a lot of stuff to the point where I can't really predict what like May and June is gonna be like quite yet. May and June are going to be like quite yet. I mean. The Sparkling Hippowdon was not shiny. How many Rumble weekends are in a year? Typically 3 or 4. I try and spread them out to the point where like it becomes exciting to hunt and Rumble again every single time they start up. Last one was in October, I believe. Late October. You can find shinies in any mode. I'm pretty sure when you're first playing through normal mode C, you don't really find like shinies or like Pokemon with traits nearly as often. But if you go back to normal mode C after clearing it, then you'll be able to find it again. Nice, Colin. That's a good one. I might even hit up the Marsh for Safari Week this year. I've never done a phase there. But I have found a shiny there before in the past, like without hunting. I got a random shiny Bibarel, and I caught it. Probably the least exciting thing you can catch from the Great Marsh, but it was still kind of cool. Oh yeah, that is true. You can get them in the demo. I'm gonna have to just download the demo as its own separate thing before the Wii Shop channel closes down. That'd be fun to do like an attempt at a side hunt in the demo. That sounds like it would take so long because you don't have access to like speedy stuff. Isn't there like a time limit on the demo, or is there like a stage limit to the stages you can play? How many Safari Weeks are in a year? 1. And I personally like it just being 1, but if someone wanted to ever do like a second Safari Week or something and host it, then they can do that. But I'm just personally, I'm only ever feeling like hunting Safari Zone for like 1 week in a year, and I burn myself out on it really fast. Because I go all out. Like during Safari Week, there were certain days this past year where I like woke up in the morning, started hunting, and then went to bed. That was all I did. That's a really rare thing for me to do. Just had that motivation though. Oh, you got... Okay. That's crazy. I also did get my Caterpie on my first run through. I think, like, the one that you can't get trait things is the very first run through of Silent Forest. That's what I meant. Because that first run of Silent Forest where you get, like, the Pikachu and stuff, that feels like it's totally scripted. I'm pretty sure you get the exact same Pokemon. The Pokemon that drop or, like, set there. I think outside of that one, it's free range, though. There is a Sparkling Haunter. I think his mouth is normal. Yeah, normal mouth. Not a blue mouth. Okay, so there's like a power limit in the demo. That's interesting. That would really suck if you like played through the demo to get a shiny, and then the shiny was the Pokemon that ended the demo. That'd be pretty funny. I had crazy luck last Safari Week. I'm not expecting that same level of luck again this year. 6 in 1 week is crazy. Yeah, like, I think something that, like, makes shiny hunting fun, though, is that, like, hopeless feeling sometimes when you really want a shiny and you never get it. Like, shiny hunting wouldn't be as exciting without that, like, empty feeling, like, that the shiny replaces. It's definitely more about the journey than the destination. Like, if I get something in, like, 100 resets, it's crazy. And I'm super excited because I got it so fast. But at the same time, I admit that I just don't feel as excited as I would if I got it, like, regardless of how rare it is. Like, if I go over odds, I'm going to be so much more excited to find it. Like, when I found Shiny Xerneas in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and I only got it in like, under 100 soft resets, I was, like, admittedly, like, just thinking, wow, that didn't feel like a hunt at all. But it's still super cool. I'm really happy with my Shiny Xerneas. Best of luck to anyone starting up right now. What are the odds to get a shiny Rumble? 1 in 80, 192 most likely. Is there a platinum week? I can't say that there isn't like any sort of like particular week for any particular version at the moment. But sometimes the competitions like the ISHC and WSHC have like certain gimmick weeks where there might be something that's like more heavily like leaning towards something you could hunt in platinum. Yeah, exactly. It feels good to get a semi-long hunt. No problem. I'm trying to read everything I can. Hope you find something cool, Sandslash. Something cooler than Dugong, for sure. I just took those poison sinks. Just stood right in front of it and got hit. I could have easily escaped that. Can you get a shiny boss? Yes. And quite a few people have. There's some great shiny boss videos out there. I have not yet particularly got one myself yet, and that's like something that I'm really hoping to get. What's my least favorite shiny? I don't know. I'd say actually Garchomp. I really like shiny Mega Garchomp, but as a Pokemon itself, it's just so disappointing. Like, its previous two evolutions have great shinies. I love both shiny Gibble and Gabite, but like regular shiny Garchomp is garbage. Like, completely garbage. I remember, like, the first time I ever saw it, I like looked at the comparison and I legitimately couldn't tell the difference. And I even like some subtle shinies. Like, I like shiny Seal. I even like shiny Dugong. But Garchomp, I can't forgive that one. The prophecy has been foretold. Dallas is getting a second boss. I personally like shiny Stantler. Just because, like, I think it's funny that it's, like, green with a red nose. It's, like, Christmas themed. As hideous as some of them look, I love the toxic lime green shinies, because at least they stand out. Oh yeah, unknown username. You were originally Torterrifying Pretzel, right? Oh gosh, that was crazy noise. 1 second. That was just my Wiimote falling to the ground. There we go. Yeah, I found like a shiny Blastoise in this game a while back. Oh yeah, fossils would be really sick too. They're pretty rare. Oh yeah, I love choosing a collective target. Let's brainstorm that right now. What is a collective target that, like, should go for in Rumble? I'd say something, like, attainable, but also kind of rare at the same time. And something that's, like, not in Windy Prairie. What am I using to record this? I'm using an Elgato that I got for my Wii U. I'm playing on a Wii U right now. So it's through HDMI. This was actually Shiny Hunter Nick's Beast Mode Gaming, I mean. It was his Elgato. And I'm like streaming and recording through OBS. Good luck, Hisaki. I hope you can call yourself that. That would be nice. Green shinies are pretty great. Yeah, like, Gyarados is a great collective target to have. I'll try and find something like that. I used to have a printer that sounded like Nidorino and like Radicate's cry whenever it printed. That's all I could ever think about whenever it started up. Like, I just hear that in my head. How do I prevent the video delay? I'm actually not preventing the video delay right now. It's still delayed off a few seconds. I'm just playing off of my gamepad. Or using the gamepad as a screen. I think there is a way to prevent, like, the delay a little bit more, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I'll show my collection right after this run. Dude, Abra is so rare in this game. Like, Kadabra and Alakazam are much more common than Abra. At least in EX. Weavile would be a good one. Want to make it Weavile? Collective target is Weavile. Yeah, Rumble Weekend. Okay, so this is my current collection. Oh my gosh. Got the whole Caterpie line. That's pretty cool. Got these. Got a lot on this page. I like how it flashes. Got these. The entire Ghastly line. These dudes. These dudes. These dudes. That Mew was hacked. I still haven't made a video on that yet. But I'll make one in the future. It's pretty neat. Yeah, that's my collection. Let's go for Weavile. Jessica. Oh wait, that's the username? I'll have to look for that soon. That's awesome. That's a great username. Jessica. Congrats on the chat out. That's awesome. I don't have that one yet. Finishing an entire page would be nuts. We still don't even know if like a bunch of legendaries are possible in this game. What do you mean by toughest fight? Do you mean like within a Pokemon game, within any sort of video game, like a fight in real life? If it's in real life, my answer would probably be very disappointing. I'll check out the hashtag in a little bit. I'm gonna do a couple runs in the Rocky Cave. Actually, no, I'll just keep cycling. But I'm gonna keep it in my mind that Weavile is the target to get this weekend. I don't have one yet. Be nice to find. Like, toughest trainer fight in Pokemon in any gen. Oh, that's a tough one. Let's see. I'll have to rack my brain for a little bit for that. I do remember when I did that White 2 random team challenge a few years ago in challenge mode. There were some fights where I was like, I had to soft reset the game like, oh, that's a shiny Slowpoke. Nice. Number 3. Heck yeah. Oh man, some of the gym leader battles in challenge mode are really tough though. We're off to a fantastic start. We found 3 now. And it's been barely over an hour. That's unheard of. Let's make some money real quick. So satisfying to just slap these things around. It's like playing Hyrule Warriors. That game is really satisfying to play. You just mash buttons and defeat things, and it's great. I'm not going to defeat anything on this floor. I'm already getting tired of doing that. Flinch. Flinch again. Stupid bros. Yeah, we're up. I greatly appreciate you for getting that upside down inverted 3. That's dedication, Kiel. But yeah, you're about to see that glorious inverted 3 after this battle. Yeah, Rumble Shinies are like that. Blink and you'll miss it. This must be so annoying for the Articuno. Just like something's like circling around you, slapping it with your tail. Oh, cool. Good luck on the Gray Ghost. Are you going for Mimikyu, I'm assuming? That's a cool one. And look at that beautiful comparison. And look at that double Doug trio in the background, rocking back and forth. Like an old man on a front porch. Two in one group. Okay, Abenzio was so close to having that happen, though. 2 in 1 run, I'd say the next level to that is 2 on the same floor, and after that, 2 in the same group that spawns. Abenzio had a video of him getting, like, a shiny Grottle, and then immediately, like, on the same floor, almost in the exact same group, a shiny Mothim. And I missed that video so much. I want to watch it again. Nice. Good luck on the Mimikyu. I'm so glad they're making more like official shiny Pokemon merchandise these days. Yeah, those Doug Trio. Get off my lawn! Get off my lawn! Get out of my cave! Of course, obliged, because I'm going around. We at the beach now. That floor was almost entirely Empoleon. That's some sick luck. Phantom Lord Giratina. I've been meaning to hunt one of the Kami trio sometime with like Thundurus, Tornadus, Landorus. Those are really nice shinies. Oh, shiny evolution in this game would be insane. I'd have a full, like, I'd have pretty much a full reaction to getting one of those. You'd hear plenty of oh my goshes, because that seems to be the thing that I resort to saying whenever I react to a shiny. On some like reactions though, I've just gone with the ooh instead of the oh my gosh. Like my first Rhyhorn in the Safari Zone, that was like a very prominent ooh. Pretty consistent in the way that I react. And you don't see it in most videos, but typically I actually like throw my hands up whenever I find a shiny, just to make sure that I don't like hit the run button or something. That's like something that I've impulsively started doing. Like, all hands off the systems. You found a shiny. Bunch of hard to trust cats on the floor. Now, giving your friend a shiny because they really wanted it, that's just me being nice. Like, it's not nice to not give someone a shiny because, come on, you got that shiny. But, like, it's just an act of kindness to give a friend a shiny because they want it. Oh, that's cool, Gavin. That's a nice squad. These ponies. Yeah, it feels good to just get a good, nice, long ooh out. Good luck. It's cool to like swap to the different levels because the lighting changes, and you have like a much more set set variety of Pokemon that you can go after. It doesn't feel nearly as random. I know YouTube channel Fernando the Kitten, you might know him under a different name. He's been like hunting for, I believe, I forgot what his target was. I think it's one of the Hitmones or something. He has multiple targets. But he's been uploading a lot of different videos lately of like him in Fiery Furnace finding things. Like, I think the most recent one was the Ninetales. I think he's been playing in like normal rank A or S. Congrats, dude! That's exactly what you were going for. That's amazing. Unknown username. Torterra is really cool. Oh man. Well, one thing, Hisaki, if you Nincada is actually a tough one to start with. You have the added benefit of getting 2 level 100s at the end of the gauntlet, but like it's in an experience group where it takes the longest to level it up at the early levels. So if you were to use a different Pokemon, you'd be gaining a lot more early levels faster and requiring a lot less rare candies for the whole pickup gauntlet. But for me, having 2 level 100s before the first gym was too much to resist. That was Beast Mode Gaming who named his Grottle advertisement right before I found a shiny Grottle. I love Fernando the Kitten. I've watched his Charizard video a lot of times. Wouldn't that be terrible if there was like a shiny channel out there whose trademark every single time they got a shiny was like a full dab cam, like every single time? Like in a few years that would become like so outdated. But if they kept, I bet they'd still keep it up though. Like keep doing that. Thank you, Gavin. Glad to hear that. Yeah, Wurmple would be a good one. Even like look into the Pokemon that level up very slowly too. Like I know Makuhita's in that experience group because they require they're very slow in the later levels, but they level up very fast in the early levels. That's how they kind of balance out the different experience groups. Like some Pokemon level up very fast early on, some Pokemon level up very fast later on, and they all require different amounts of experience to reach level 100. Thank you, Colin. You're sure there's a streamer that does that dab? I fear for my life then. If someone ever finds like a dabbing shiny hunter whose trademark is to dab, please like send them to me so I can watch their videos. Because I'll like watch every single video to make sure that they dab from then on out. Tyrogue is cool. Have I thought about doing a playthrough? I've been thinking about doing a pretty bizarre playthrough in the future, actually. Like, I've never done a Nuzlocke before, and I want to try and do one of those one day. So I'd be maybe making a Nuzlocke series or something someday. It might not be the typical Nuzlocke, though. If I did that, I'd go, like, all out with, like, weird, like, scenes for Pokemon funerals and stuff. I'll figure something out. I got a lot of different video plans and stuff, and pretty much it's all a matter of, like, which ones I want to do the most first. At the moment, the stuff that I want to do most are, like, gauntlets and shiny hunting. Nope, I've never even, like, done a Nuzlocke just by myself. It sounds really fun. Just never tried it. I hope Tornadus doesn't come out in full force wherever you are. That would be bad. I walked through, like, I think, like, a small tornado once on the way to class. Like, the clouds had turned pretty much totally black, and it was, like, raining and stuff, and I had my umbrella, and I was like, well, I need to get to class. And then as I was walking to class, like, I literally watched, like, some cardboard that was, like, attached to some of the windows to, like, temporarily fix them, fly up through the air, and then, like, tree branches were going around, and it was a crazy storm. If it wasn't a small tornado, it was at least a very severe thunderstorm at the time, with, like, high-level winds. It eventually turned into a tornado elsewhere, for sure. But, yeah, walking through that on the way to class was something else. I just, like, took shelter in, like, a building. And whenever I took shelter in that building, the fire alarm started going off because there was electricity issues going off around campus. So then I kept walking somewhere else, and I eventually found another building that had a bunch of people huddle up, and it had a basement, so it was a pretty good place to stop. But, like, there was no actual real big damage done that day. Just some, like, branches and cardboard flying around, and the power went out. Have I traded a shiny on Wonder Trade? Yeah, I've done it quite a few times, actually. Mostly with, like, Friend Safari duplicates. And chain fishing things. And sometimes with other shinies I receive on Wonder Trade. Like, there was this one period of time when, like, watching Oslov do those Wonder Trade streams and then just, like, Wonder Trading out on, like, the countdown was super fun. It's still a very fun thing to do. But, like, I did that a lot one summer, and, I got quite a few shinies that way that I just sent right back out into the world to go to someone who would be much more appreciative of it. What's up, Rialts? Welcome back. Oh, they have a Nuzlocke killer in Ultra Sun. Oh yeah, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Those are tough Pokemon games. Like, I bet doing a Nuzlocke in that game is painfully hard. Do a 100 shiny gauntlet in this game? That'd be interesting. I wish you could, like, level up Pokemon in the traditional sense in this game. I'd totally do a Rumble Gauntlet. I've been planning to try some gauntlets out in spin-off games someday. Like, Mystery Dungeon. That sounds pretty difficult to do. But yeah, if you're wanting to see a playthrough, I know Pure Skill right now, he's actually working on filming a pretty unique kind of playthrough of, like, I think either Black or White, or it might be Black 2, White 2, one of the 5th gen games. He just started filming that pretty recently. He plans on releasing it eventually, though, and I'm really looking forward to that. He's going to have a lot of interesting stuff in those videos. Can I remember Wonder Trading with PB and Jelly? I might have at least once. Like, I don't remember everyone I've ever Wonder Traded with, though. That's for sure. Yeah, that is a tough battle, Necrozma. You gotta pretty much be prepared to counter that thing. Not necessarily the move counter, but, you know, like something that takes it out pretty fast. Did I wonder trade my wormhole duplicates? Not yet. So far, the only thing I've done with wormhole duplicates is trade them on the GTS for that Trevenant for that old gauntlet. But right now, the ones that I have for this current gauntlet I'm working on are just sitting in the PC. You got a speedy, shiny Mantike with agility. That's pretty sick, though. Yeah. For a little while, I was actually working on a second Wonder Trade project. I might still be working on it, though. So it's kind of a secret. But, like, on that Wonder Trade project file, I'm not going to say what I'm trying to do yet. But I do have, like, Absol Blogs Pokemon as my description on there whenever you're Wonder Trading. So you would have definitely you might have known if you were trading with me at the time, if you've, like, been watching and, like, saw that tagline. Not gonna go too far into details yet. Oh, nice, Colin. Got that ooh out there. Voltorb's cool. Sparkling Vulpix. Oh yeah, it has a super cool theme. It took me like 3 or 4 playthroughs of 7th Gen to realize that the song that you play on the flute is like a slowed down version of the battle theme with Solgaleo and Lunala. Like that song pretty much. Okay, I can't sing it or anything at all right now. Completed the line. Nice. Nice. Hope that Gyarados hunt doesn't take you too long. Odd Egg treated me pretty well in Crystal this time around. I only did like 3 attempts and I got a Smoochum, and I was happy with it. Every time I've gotten like a shiny from the Odd Egg, it's always been Smoochum across like 3 or 4 different playthroughs of Crystal. So like having a shiny Jinx on my team is pretty much tradition at this point, unintentionally. Yeah, the flute music. Go listen to it again. It's like do 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 do, but it's like super slow and it's on the flutes. Yeah, I saw what you got, Dallas. I love Odd Egg. It's a nice little feature to get a free shiny. It takes so long to hatch eggs in Gen 2. There really is no shortcut. Rest in peace, shiny Elekid. Elekid. love my shiny Electivire in 5th gen. See you, HRC. I might still be around when you come back. Shrews, bats, moles. Shiny Turtwig is kind of blue. It's like a turquoise. In this game, it's not nearly as noticeable as you think it would be. A lot more noticeable in the main series games. Oh man. It sucks to fail a shiny that way. I haven't had that happen to me yet where it's on screen. But I've seen it happen before and it's heartbreaking every time. Two Glaceon on the same floor. What are the odds of that? Nice, Brendan. Gliscor's cool. Really cool. I think Dallas failed a Rhydon that way, Colin. You reset it over 2 shiny Nihilego? That's crazy, dude. Oh my gosh. Have you reclaimed it? I hope you've reclaimed it. I gotta hunt for more Ultra Beasts in the future. I want to get all of them. Congrats, Phantom Lord Giratina. I'm glad you got that. It's an amazing shiny. Oh, Brendan, I want that Starmie now that I've seen that you have one. It's a great shiny. Then best of luck, Gavin. I hope you reclaim it. It's kind of weird with like the Ultra Beasts because it's so long until you see the sparkles. Like whenever I'm shiny hunting, the sparkles are what really grab my attention whenever I'm not paying attention. And it takes a long time for those, so I can see how it's pretty easy to accidentally soft reset over one. If you're not careful enough. Hey, I used to not have the patience to hunt anything. I always wondered how people did it. Patience can be acquired over time. You just gotta be patient. It takes quite a few attempted hunts before you can really start like getting into the groove of enjoying shiny hunting. I attempted so many hunts back in the day and gave up on them pretty quickly. But it's that first time that you get a shiny, the first time where it feels really possible. That's whenever, like... That's whenever I got hooked, and I was like, yeah, I can do this. Thank you for putting out the hashtag, y'all. That's great of you. Hashtag Rumble Weekend. It's so fun scrolling through that hashtag throughout the weekend. I did a Masuda hunt for my most recent gauntlet, and it actually took me longer than most full odds hunts take me. Just because you have to hatch eggs and stuff. It's just so much more involved. Like, continually circling the circle pad. It reached the point where I, like, on my system, I, bought a protective circle pad grip, if you can see it right there. To make sure that I wasn't wearing it down. Oh, that's crazy. I know Zapdos Pants Off really enjoys getting, he really enjoys getting, Wonder Trade shinies. Yeah. I need to start posting pictures of my shinies to their hashtag. Like, I don't even do that. I need to start. What was the power level of that Charizard? I have to check that out in a second. It looked like it was pretty high, though. Alright, I'll check it out on this floor. Oh, it's 2,300. I thought it said 2,500. That would have blown my mind. I don't think things go that strong in this game. Charizard. Has there been a shiny Hoopa distributed? I'm really not sure. I know Japan gets a bunch of crazy stuff that we never get. Like, they got shiny Jirachi for Tanabata. I thought that was super cool. I'm still sad about not getting the red Genesect in Gen 5. Like, it's one thing to have shinies only obtainable through events, but it's another thing to, like, not have them released worldwide. There hasn't. Okay. Oh, that's right. You made a video very recently on all of that. I gotta go through that soon. I haven't watched it yet. That'll be very handy. I think you'll get your shiny soon. Sometime when you're least expecting it. One thing to always remember is that another person getting your shiny, it doesn't mean they're stealing your shiny luck. It just means that they had good luck themselves. Just because one person gets the shiny in like one soft reset doesn't mean another person can't. Silent Forest is so relaxing. Like, this is like the one place where I can just like walk through and know that I'm not going to get hit by anything if I'm careful. Got so much space. I love the Explorers games. I still need to try Explorers of Sky. I've only played Explorers of Time. But I know Explorers of Sky is like the more complete version of it. It's always been a dream of mine to try and actually recruit Kecleon in one of those games. He's like stupid hard to get. Like, oh my gosh, it requires so much preparation to get Kecleon. Yeah, Motham kills. That's true. Thanks, Sasaki. See if we can see a Weavile here. Okay, one of those Gravelers definitely looks shiny just because of the lighting. Bunch of Ekans. Bunch of Champs. Good luck on Xurkitree. Very nice blue shiny. Its environment's pretty freaky. Like, with the random lightning strikes and stuff, I really felt like my character might get struck by lightning if I walked around too much there. Keep it up, Rialts. You'll find it soon. That's quite the dare. Pretty intense consequences if I do end the stream with Adios French Toast. Oh yeah, Windy Prairie is particularly bad about like lighting up Pokemon to look shiny. That's why I don't like the place. Man, I've done a lot of like extra research into like the way this game works, just to try and figure out if there's a way to change the lighting, and I haven't figured it out yet. But I might legitimately try to mod this game just someday, just to get better lighting on these levels. Like, that's the only change I would make. What kind of crackers, HRC? Like saltines or like some kind of like snack crackers? Sparkling Fearow. What if he doesn't find it soon? Well, I hope he finds it soon after that. A long series of soons. Oh yeah, and hack the second and third gen. That would be another great thing to do. There's like the actual framework for them to be in the game too. Oh yeah, rest in peace that Lopunny. Were you the original person who pointed out that he missed it, or was that someone else? I just remember whenever I saw that comment, I was like, they knew! They knew, and it was like freaking out. That was a pretty great comment. Because it was after the live stream ended. Yeah, definitely name it Cellaboy. Ooh, so you're gonna be like both hunting individually on separate copies. That's really cool. Like double hunting Rumble. That'll be neat. Yeah, keep checking up on him. Make sure you especially watch him whenever he's at Windy Prairie near Lompanies. Jake is one of the funniest people. And, like, his sense of humor goes over a lot of people's heads sometimes, too. He's, like, so, like, I don't know. He's really great about it. Where do you find Lapras? You'd think it would be, the Bright Beach, but it's actually a rocky cave. It can be encountered as a boss and as a regular Pokemon very rarely. I'm so glad he does that to other people, too. Like, he's awesome. Hey, Bruce, I'm glad you made it. I've been meaning to watch more Loud House. I've only watched a couple episodes, but I really enjoy it. Like, it's the first modern Nickelodeon show I really enjoy in a long time. I haven't watched too many. Like, I'm hardly ever watching TV, and I'm rarely watching Nickelodeon at that. But one time I was flipping through the channels and found it, and I was really enjoying it. Took me by surprise. Yeah, all three of the Lake Spirits are pretty rare. I think they have certain stages that each one appears in, but I'd say finding a shiny one of those is arguably more rare than finding a shiny boss, since you're guaranteed to find a boss every run, but you're not guaranteed to find one of those every single run. Bunch of moths. Bunch of moths. I found 3 shinies so far, but like right now the 3 is upside down. I'll fix that in the act. Well, I won't fix it in the video, but I'll fix it after this stream, I guess. I found a Slowpoke, a Rhyhorn. Trying to think of what the third one was. It was the first one I found. I'm drawing a blank. Oh yeah, it was a Staraptor. Yeah, those are the 3 I have right now. Congrats, Jake. I'm glad you found something. Piplup. Oh yeah, double Lake Trio in one run's pretty cool. I've had that occur to, like, quite a few times too. Like, especially on Bright Beach in particular, I've had a lot of different same floor lake trios. So I guess you could also argue that. I need to look at the stadium shinies sometime. I know they have a bunch of strange, like, different colored Pokemon that aren't actually shinies that you encounter sometimes in those games. Dude. I should just start calling you out on everything for Rumble. So we could, like, try and prove it to each other, even though we know that, like, one of us is right. What's gonna probably stop this stream for me is me getting hungry. Hello, Luke. Sparkly Mantike. I don't have a Mantike shiny in this game yet, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the Garchomp Lucario debate hasn't been settled yet. It's going to take, like, I'd say, like, this entire weekend, people need to watch out for, like, Lucario and Garchomp as regular Pokemon on the floor. And I'd say that we should have a pretty good answer by the end of the weekend, but it still might not be satisfactory enough. Since there is no way to prove that you can never encounter Garchomp or Lucario, this might actually go on forever. Since, like, even though we'll have statistically a bunch of data that you can't find them, there will never be, like, the exact data that you can't find it. Am I streaming a lot tonight? Well, I'm just going to keep streaming for a little bit longer here. Till I get hungry for dinner. And then I'm probably just going to record Hunt for the rest of the night. If I stream again this weekend, it's never happened before. But if I stream again this weekend, I might stream, like, a little bit tomorrow. And if I did stream again, it would be on Twitch, not YouTube. Because I like to only do, like, one YouTube stream per Rumble weekend to not, like, clog up the channel, you know. Later, Hisaki. Adios, French toast. You might want to watch this VOD later to see if I ended it that way or not. Windy prayer. One Trick Ponyta, yeah. Am I gonna watch Super Bowl? It's Rumble weekend, probably not. I don't watch the Super Bowl too much. I watched it a couple times, but it's not like something that is a must-watch for me every year. If anything, I really want to see the M&M's commercial with Danny DeVito. I'm not huge on football. How's it going, Leeway? You have a pretty big stream plan tomorrow, right? I think you said you were gonna do like a 6-hour or something like that. That's gonna be nice. I'll try and pop in at some point. Gotta thoroughly inspect every Persian. Minnesota Vikings are like the official NFL team of like Pokemon, since they were mentioned in the first Pokemon movie in the dub. Yeah, you should do more soft resets, Bruce. You've been on 56 for a few days. Whenever you find time, you gotta keep going. It'd be really cool to see you get that Dratini, dude. You're gonna attempt 12-hour? Oh, man. That's gonna be so awesome. You're probably gonna find a lot of shinies during that. Unban me at once. Okay. Yep, I did find 3 in an hour. Where can you find Glaceon and Leafeon? Okay, Glaceon is in Rocky Cave, Leafeon is in Silent Forest. Good luck in those Rotom forms. Those take a while. Rotom is a really slept-on shiny in this game. I don't think I've seen one happen. There might have been, excuse me, one that happened, but definitely don't remember it. It's not something that happens often, for sure. Congrats on the Perugly. That's a cool one. Yeah, getting to keep your Switch, that's a nice gift. Y'all has nothing to lose. Other than the opportunity to take Leeway's Switch. I think his name's Carl. Carl Switch. Lots of sparkling Pokemon this run. It's the second one. Slacks. Okay, cool. Carl. Oh yeah, when the cricket top bodied me. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good time. Oh, is that a shiny Garchomp? Not Garchomp. Gabite? No. It looked shiny. I was almost certain. It stands out a little bit more when it is shiny, but like I was like, oh, that's a shiny, and it's not. I have officially been shinoed. If it was Garchomp, I would have been losing another bet. Well, there's the rare wild Lapras. Yeah, I think I'm gonna complete this sequence of like the 6 levels. It's got like 4 more to go after this run, and then I'm gonna go eat because I'm hungry. Well, it's been a pretty good kickoff stream. Yeah, Persian is definitely one of the Shino Pokemon. And so is Dusknoir, yeah. That's just the Eternal Tower, though, doing that to you. Yeah, I found E-Shinies. I found upside down 3 Shinies. Whenever I put the number into OBS, I somehow scaled the 0 the wrong way without realizing it. And because it was the number 0, it looked pretty much the same upside down. So I was like, yeah, okay. And then I changed it to a 1, it became an L, and I was like, okay, I'm fine with this. I mean, it's been a while since I've heard the got him thing. Got him. Sea King, bunch of hippos, bunch of ducks that are making me go the wrong way. Stupid ducks. Okay, boss room. Yeah, I was thinking the number E. I have actually found approximately E shinies if you round up. Funny how it works that way. Another PSA. Kill every Bellsprout you see. It's really hard to see if they're sparkling, and it's even harder to see if they're shiny. Just another example of how stupid Windy Prairie is. I love math. I love math jokes. Math is an underrated subject. A lot of people don't like it because of the work, but like stuff math can do is cool. And sometimes it's like really satisfying, like if you know the way that you're gonna go about approaching a problem. Sometimes it's just fun going through the whole process. But like I can see with like how some subjects like pre-cal and stuff and geometry, where it relies super heavily on just random memorized knowledge instead of like knowledge of the process, where it can get like really annoying. I really did not like geometry or pre-cal, not necessarily because of anything about like math in general, but just because of like how the courses are structured to the point where like you just have to memorize a bunch of stuff in order to understand them. Because it's just like, I like calculus, but like pre-cal, they just like kind of clump together pretty much everything that's not calculus that requires algebra to know, and it's just annoying. And then geometry is all like a bunch of theorems and stuff. Yeah, that's me talking about math. Okay. Yeah, man, I did a math minor and it was worth it. Took a few fun math electives along the way. What are you currently majoring in right now? Sometimes, like, it works out really well with math with certain majors because, like, you take a lot of math classes anyway to get to where you need to be for your major. So it only requires, like, a few extra classes to go for that full math on the side. Alright, one more run after this one, and then I'm going to go for now. Biochem, interesting. You'll encounter some math on the way then. These Drapions. They got like big hitboxes on them. Hard to avoid. Seeing all the Nido Queens mixed in with the Nido King makes me always like nervous. What if one of them's a shiny Nido King? There's probably a lot of stuff on this floor that I don't check whenever I'm just doing my regular run-through of it, because everything's so slow to spawn here. But I like to risk it to save time, instead of having to wait around for like a couple more Pokemon to spawn. There are certain things I'll always wait out though, like EVs. If I see EV spawning, I want to watch all of it happen, just to make sure I don't miss one. Alright, last boss of the stream. Thanks so much, everyone, for sticking around. It's been a really fun and entertaining stream for me to do, because I just had so much stuff to like talk about and chat with y'all. People found some really cool shinies during the stream. We got off to a great start with 3 shinies, so I'd say it was a success. Thanks for sticking around, and I will see you eventually with the full video of this. Adios, French toast.